Welcome back to another Two Brother Productions. Here we have brake pads for the Explorer. It's a 2020 Explorer. And I bought these brake pads right after I got the car. So they've been rolling around in the back for about 4 years. Okay, here they are. I bought them when the car had maybe like 1,000 miles. Put them in the trunk. Been lugging them around ever since. I don't know if the part number is still the same, but I will leave you one in the description. And now to figure out how to take these off. So it's 118,000 miles. I have not changed the brakes, so they do last. Just I guess depends on your foot. And for reference, 2020 Explorer, we have 118,073 well-driven miles. Now to figure out what kind of bolt patterns is going to be all up in this, and I'll let you know step by step. So there's a piece of frame right around here, a little bit in right around there, and because over here not very much to grab on, I checked to see if I could get on the control arm. That's not gonna happen. So it's a little piece of frame right there. Now this stuff right here, that felt, that came down about maybe like 70,000 miles. I have the replacements. They're for a different video though. This one's the brakes. First thing you want to do is open the hood. It just looks cool, all right? But no, not really. You have to look for the oil reservoir for the brakes and unscrew the top. These lugs, lefty loosey, righty tighty. I'll show you guys how I take them off. Oil reservoir is going to be right here. You want to unscrew the top, leave it open, because when you press into the calipers, oil is going to want to rise up. Now the oil is down to roughly around here. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's a little bit over. It's maybe at a quarter between the two lines. You got a line at the bottom there. You got a line on top. Between the bottom and the top. Alright, first thing you want to do is take the wheels off. I'm going to show you how I do it. So once you got all 5 of them broken loose, next thing you want to do is raise the car. Getting really down to the wire, but can we even see them? I'm not sure if there's much left, but it's 118,000 miles. Same brake pads. Now, does it mean Ford has good brake pads? Not necessarily. Does it mean I'm better at using the brakes? Yeah, it does. Right here we're gonna use this 14 millimeters. Gonna knock this down. Break those loose. Get these screws. Take them out. Normally this little spongy thing is gonna be compressed, but that's not the case. Look at that. Dual piston, right? Now you see these pistons gotta be pushed back in. For that, you're gonna need a tool like this. Stick in here. The reason why you have the oil reservoir cap off is when you start pressing these in, it's gonna move the oil inside. I want to send the oil back to the reservoir in a sense. Do this. It's moving in fairly easy. Looks like it's going to start to rain. So let's see if I have enough time to do this. If not, let's see how much brake pad I got left. Well, that is 118,000 miles. Man, and the rain's coming. Can I see it on the pad? Well, in this case, I might just have to put it back in, because I'm not trying to get all soaked over here, and I clearly have enough brake pad. Not that much, but it's nowhere near grinding to the metal. How much does the new one have? Here's the old one. Here's the new one. It looks pretty damn close to me. This one's kind of man, it has so much juice left. Look at that. Look at that. That's like at least another what, 30,000 miles? And then yep. So let's go ahead and put these in. How easy is this? They're all the same. Here's the first one. Now most of you will know about bleeding the brakes. If you open the little oil release over here, that's when you have to do all that. If not, opening the reservoir, letting the pressure go back to where it was, it's a good option. Ooh, look, this guy. This guy's it's got some juice in it, man. It does, it does. There we go. Easy. Hardest part of the whole job is pushing that piston back in. Found it. Alright, this is the part that's going to be the hardest of the whole job. So if you like painting your calipers, this is one of the good times to do it when it's off. You want to push these all the way in. See, it was a little hard in the beginning, and then it got really soft. As you can see, there's no oil leaks. Everything's pretty clean. Now you want to push these in as far as you can. Normally it's till it closes, till it goes all the way in. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to put it back on because it won't give you enough clearance. Oh, like new. Push these things back in so it fits. Then find your bolts. And that, my friends, is it. This is magical. Before, it was you get a screwdriver, a big long screwdriver, stick it in here, and you put it back on here. Then you get that screwdriver, or the back end of this, you start pressing on it without the brake pad in there until it pushes it in. But any of these things help out a lot. Now let's put the wheel back on. For the oil level, see the oil level was down here before, but oil level was about here. Now it's up to the middle. I'm guessing when I put the other side, it's gonna be all the way to the top again. It's weird, but yeah, that's how it works. So that fender will be for a different video. Man, what a shame that they do it like this. So whatever. I believe the first one that came down this side was at about like 60 or 70,000 miles. Now, if you have power tools, that'd be great, fantastic. You'll get some of this done a lot quicker. Show you how to tighten it up again. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Now this is rear wheel drive, so this wheel is spinning, so I wasn't counting on that. But all the bolts are kind of in there. You want to tighten them up for star pattern. I'm going to put this down just a little bit. Just enough to give it pressure. Here's my technique for tightening these up. If you're not a heavy person, this is going to be a little bit difficult, so you can do this. Use your body weight. And you are good. Now, close the oil reservoir, and we're going to turn the car around. Same procedure on the other side. You want to just slightly lift the car. So if you lift it up off the ground, you won't be able to actually unscrew it because the wheel will just start spinning. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Same operation. You got the 14 millimeter. There you go. I don't know, it's kind of weird that it's so loose. But it's so easy to take them off. So I guess it's a good thing I'm doing this. Because that needs to be tightened up. Like no effort at all. Let's come out. This is just too easy. Once more, you gotta go to the hood, open it up. Alright, in some cars, you would use this little guy right here, that little nipple, and what you would do is you would unscrew it a little bit, have somebody press on the brakes, and as the juice is coming out, you tighten it. Okay, but in this case, times have changed a little bit, so we're just gonna open the reservoir, put this fancy tool in there, and then there you go. It should be as easy as the last one. If not, I'll just keep going at it. We got even more juice. Come on, man. I should have left them. I did this for science and the car community. Which, man, I regret taking these off. I could have gotten at least 125,000 out of these, maybe 130. But, it'll do. Alright, once you get it to snap in there, same operation. These will fit right in there, nice and smooth. Push this little rubber thing in, find your bolt. Yeah, it's very easy to do. Not a hard thing to do. save yourself a bunch of money, and learn a little bit about your vehicle at the same time. Alright, put the wheel back on. So what I did right there, with both of my feet, I lifted it up. Otherwise it's a pain in the ass if you don't put it high enough. Then put all these bolts back in, the nuts. Now if you're missing any screw on this, you did something wrong. Or you lost it. Or somebody else lost it for you. One or the other is just as important. Tighten this up. Hear that little torque click? I'm gonna go back up here. Brake fluid reservoir. Put the top back on. This is for your brake fluid. Right now you're gonna put this little cover back on. And that is it. That is another Two Brother Productions on 2020 Ford Explorer, 117,000 miles. Or is it 18? I think it's 18. And first brake change. And as you can see, I could have done another 20,000 miles on it. What's the trick? There's the brake pedal. I'll touch it and just add a little bit of force. That's it. Add a little bit of force. But I'm also paying attention to make sure that I'm not riding somebody's rear, that somebody's not going to brake check me. Avoid tailgating, and just drive offensive, defensive, all that combined, and you will keep this bad boy running. And make sure you put your jack back. Now I will drive it up and down here real quick. Make sure it's not trying to get all squiggly on me, which shouldn't be a problem. The oil reservoir did pretty much fill itself up again. Final test. Take it out on the road and then hit the brakes. It's not going to the sides or anything. That's good. But so you guys can see it at least. I'll put it up a little bit. And hit the brakes. All hands. All right. So it worked. Now, tire pressure sensor, 117,000 miles is when the last one gave out. The replacements, it says it's 5 years on the battery. Not 5 years, more like 4 and some change for the last one to go out. And yeah, the first one went out probably at about 80,000 miles. We're gonna make a U-turn. This thing makes awesome U-turns. Brakes. All right, stays in a straight line. It's good. I like it. Yep, it's working now. You still gotta let the brakes pad settle in with the rest of it. Yep, we're good.